Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today I'm going to give you an entire workout you can do with a band. So a lot of people are traveling this time of year or maybe out of your general routine and you want something quick and easy. And if you are traveling and you don't really know what to do, these are some easy things you can do, and this is easy to pack. You can pack one or two of these so you have different strengths. I've got a couple here that I'm going to use today. They're about the same strength, but even if you double up on something that's about the same strength, it'll give you more resistance. There's different ways to make it easier and harder. So regardless, still come into the workout warmed up and ready to go. If you don't have time to do the workout, this one, or the warm up, this isn't a super strenuous one, but it's always good to do a little bit of a warm up if you can. If not, just grab your band and get moving. You can do a whole thing in 10 minutes, or you can make it longer. Like always, you can cycle through them 2 to 3 times. Do the cardio first, add them in between. This is something that you can really customize to your own kind of setting this time of year, so you're at least doing something. Okay, so we're going to start with a row. So all you're going to do is take 1 or 2 bands, it doesn't matter, I'll just do one, but you can always double it up. Wrap it around something sturdy. You can use a banister, you can put it in a door, you can wrap it around a door handle. There's a lot of ways to do this. So I want you to have your feet about shoulder width apart, knees and hips bent, and tummy tight. Good athletic position, ready to move. So you're going to take the band, squeeze back. Now, if you go really slowly and really focus on squeezing those shoulder blades, you can still make this an effective movement even if the band isn't super hard. Now, if you start and you feel like it's super easy, you can double up your band. You can put 2 on here. I'll double up here this way. 4, or you can just fold it over. 2, 5. Nice and easy, really squeezing those shoulder blades slowly, both directions. So you're really still working those muscles, even though this isn't a super difficult resistance. And then thinking about those muscles that you're working too brings more muscle fiber recruitment. So you're really thinking about squeezing those shoulder blades, and you're also getting a little biceps there too. Okay, now we're going to use the same band. We're going to do some squats. So I'm going to have you stand on it and just hold it by your waist. So good hip distance apart, sit down, stand up. So you're just getting a little resistance against that band as you stand up. It's not a lot. You can even hold it kind of here in the middle. Stand up. It's not a ton of resistance, but it's a little bit extra, and you can get those squats. You can also do the squats without the band, so you can maybe sit back, use that firm surface to really allow your hips to sit back so you don't have to worry about your balance so much. Think about squeezing your glutes as you come up. Again, you can make these even slower. Go down, slowly stand up. Keep breathing. Remember, you want to keep that chest facing the opposite wall. You're really sitting back into those heels. Stand up. Sometimes if you do hang on to something, you can get a little bit deeper without having to worry about your balance, and it can help your knees too, so you're sitting back a little further. So you can kind of judge here how you want to do these squats. Let's do 2 more. And also, like I said, you don't have to use the band here, but it's a good way to add a little bit more resistance. Get those large muscle groups in your legs working hard. Okay, now we're going to do a chest press. So we're going to do the same, wrap it around, and we're going to turn the other way. So this one is a good idea to stagger your feet. So it's easier for your balance. It's easier for your back. If you're standing like this, it can be difficult for your back. This way it takes the pressure off your back. So keep the band on the insides of your elbows. Otherwise it kind of scrapes and it might not feel very good. So press forward, nice and easy. Now, the key here is keeping those shoulders down. Sometimes it's easy to kind of want to scrunch up those shoulders as you press. Keep your back nice and tall, shoulders down. Press straight out. If you have a band with a tube with like handles on it, you can use these too. It's easier to hang on, but lots of times when you're traveling, you don't want to afford that extra space. So you just throw a band in and you can get moving. Keep your tummy nice and tight. 9 and 10. All right, good. Now we're gonna grab that band and stand back up. I want to try a little balance here. So you can either do a staggered stance, a tandem stance, or single leg. And we're gonna do a bicep curl. So I'm gonna do it single leg stance and just curl that band up so your elbows are stuck in your sides, squeezing your glutes so that you stay level here. You don't want to kind of jut out to the side there. If you're standing in a tandem stance, that's great. You can stand like this. Nice and slowly, you want your arms to go all the way straight at the bottom of these biceps curls. So again, you can double up on your bands if you need a little more resistance. You can make it a little longer. If your band isn't quite long enough to do this, you can sit and put it under your feet. You'll have a little less resistance that way. And also, you won't be doing the balance, but then you're still getting the biceps. And then you can just do balance separately. Good. Nice and tall. Nice and slowly. Remember, you want to resist against that pulling you back down. Make that resist both ways. Okay, now we're going to do some side stepping. So again, step on this. Give it a little, pull it apart from my feet. So I don't have any resistance here, but it gives me resistance when I pull it apart here. Sit your hips back just a little bit. Bend your knees, shoulders, and chest forward. And we'll do some moving side to side. So you're just holding that right here, keeping those toes facing straight forward. We'll go back and forth. Just baby steps, keeping your feet equal distance apart almost the whole time. So I'm keeping my feet about hip width apart and just taking baby steps both ways. Don't drag your feet. Really, you're just kind of picking up, setting down both directions. Go about 10 in one direction, 10 in the other. You can slow it way down. You can do, more. You can go all the way up and down your hallway, depending on where you are. You don't need a big space. Notice that I have not moved from about a 5-foot space here. So you can do it all with a band in a very small space. Okay, now we're just gonna lower down to the floor. I have done this type of thing in a hotel room, and if you don't want to be on the floor in a hotel room, that's perfectly understandable. So just take an extra towel and put it on the floor. So you don't have to travel with a yoga mat, but you can put a towel on the floor if you're doing any exercises on the floor. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of core. Sitting up nice and tall, just your heels kind of resting on the floor here. And I want you to go back like this. So we're going to do some ab leans that we've done in other videos, like either on the ball or on the side of a chair. Generally, the chairs in a hotel room are either like roller chairs or maybe not super firm. So I'd rather have you do it on a firm floor than in a roller chair, because I don't want them to roll away from you. Plus, they're not super supportive. So just leaning back. Don't come all the way up. Notice I'm still kind of tilted here. Don't come all the way to here. Your abs get to relax. So we want to keep that contraction working on your muscle strength. Keep breathing, keeping your shoulders down. Everything here is straight. So don't let it crunch like this. You want to keep everything nice and straight. We'll do 2 more. And again, this is one you can do as many times as you need until you really feel like you got a good fatigue in those tummy muscles. If you need to do 15 or 20 to feel like it's good, that's great. If you need to do 5 to feel like, oh, that was a lot, that's fine. You can kind of customize this to your own workout. Okay, I didn't move from about 5 feet here. I used a band and a little bit of body weight, and that was it. So you can, let's see, we've been working for 9 minutes and 50 seconds. You can do that again, or if you only have time to do this once, that's fine. You can probably do it a little quicker without all of my talking in between. So enjoy all of your time this time of year and grab your band and get moving. Thanks, everybody.